Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Reckless Paradise podcast. I am your host, Dystro, and tonight's episode is another Shoot the Shit episode. It is episode number 36. 36 weeks of doing this, which is keeps getting better and better. But if you don't know what the Shoot the Shit episode concept is, it's because we just talk about anything and everything and no limits. But we do have some limits kind of like holding us back a little bit so we don't get banned and shadow banned off of YouTube. Um, so I want to kind of address the elephant in the room a little bit. You might be wondering, well, why did an episode not come out on Thursday? It's because that I was just dealing with a lot of stuff at that point on Thursday, and it was just kind of like I didn't have the right mindset to do stuff like that. So I just kind of just like just took it easy, just took a little necessary break off. But going back or coming back, I should say, coming into Sunday, with the Shoot the Shit episode number 36, just feeling a little bit better, feeling more enlightened, and ready just to talk about anything and everything. So, I guess one of the biggest ones that kind of had come out within like the last few weeks or so, was the 20th anniversary of Eddie Guerrero's passing. And kind of like keeping with that, a guy named Crazy Joe on 2K, go follow him. He creates a lot of cult content. He had made the Eddie Guerrero Cup, and there was six qualifying matches, and then there was a gauntlet right after that, to determine who was the Eddie Guerrero Cup winner. I'm not going to spoil it or anything because you guys should just go watch it for yourselves and enjoy it. I personally did. But also go follow Top 5 Federation, which is the uh, wrestling company that the Eddie Guerrero Cup was over or under wraps with that. And from what I saw, it was a really, really good tournament. There was some faces that I didn't really know, but one of the standouts that I do know was Phoenix Nitro, and he had some good showings in the tournament from what I saw. But yeah, go check that show out and all stuff. And also go follow Crazy Joe 2K on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Because he's a dope creator and he needs to be recognized more as a creator. But going back to the Eddie Guerrero passing thing, it's been 20 years since he has passed, which time flies when you think about it. He's one of those people that was like he helped define the term Latino Heat, but he also defined the SmackDown 6 era, WCW Cruiserweight division, and all that stuff too. The matches that he had with Benoit, Rey Mysterio, Edge, Kurt Angle, and all that stuff too. Like, I can go on and on with that. Um, but like he is an icon for a reason. And it's sad that, a lot of people don't really know who he is, but not a lot of people recognize like the work that he has done within the wrestling community. I think like if he was still alive today, he would have a huge impact on the up and coming wrestlers that want to be like him or who was inspired by him to become a wrestler. Like Mercedes Monet, for example, like she kind of channeled that inner Eddie Guerrero, like some kind of the move set a little bit. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy that we've had 20 years of Eddie passing, and it's like it's just gets so sad to like hear it. Um, and I've always loved Eddie Guerrero because like he's like he's the epitome of a wrestler that oozes charisma. He could talk. He can, sell like he died like with from a gunshot wound. And the three words lie, cheat, steal. Like that's the epitome of Eddie Guerrero's character. Um, and we've always wanted to like. I think for me, I've always wanted to do like a deep dive into his career. That could be like a future episode. In the deep dive uh channel like history thing here. Um, but yeah, long live Eddie Guerrero, viva la raza. If I can not fuck it up. So going into more 2K stuff here. Um, I do have some announcements, kind of like I guess if you want to call it like there's some shows coming up within the ISFN, which is the wrestling network that I am currently within, and I'm part of the Havoc family and the 585 wrestling family. Kind of just getting my name out there, and there was three shows in particular that are coming up soon. One is from Asylum Pro, the owner Raven. He's got some really dope content creating coming out within the next few days and all stuff. The Havoc show, Don't Talk to Me in LA, and then 585 Wrestling's Battle at the Downs, which I did commentary on. And both of those shows, the Havoc and 585 Wrestling show, is coming out on November 19th. So please come out, just support both shows. You don't have to watch all of it on one thing and all that stuff. Watch one show one day, watch the other show the next day, vice versa. We all put time and effort into what we have created here. And it's kind of surreal to think about. I've been doing commentary for like the last three shows now, and it gets better and better every day with me. Um, and I've always wanted to be kind of a commentator myself, but I think this is like an ultimate proving ground to me to kind of test like where my limits are. And I would say like the Battle at the Downs show itself as a whole, I would say like it's like I'm not gonna try to say since I'm biased or anything, but I think it was like one of the best cards that I've ever had done commentary on. And you'll see like when I do commentary, like I pronunciate things that need to be said or kind of like fill in dead air and all that stuff too. But there's lots of twists and turns a little bit. I'm not going to try to spoil everything, but the men and women on that card and on that show did an amazing job. And I'm actually happy to be doing commentary for 585 Wrestling. And with the Havoc show, don't talk to me, is leading up to the next weekend, or I guess the weekend at the end of this month, I should say, leading up to Fight Club weekend. We have Art of War games. We have Pumpkin Spice for Shotgun Pro. And then the next day we have Fight Club weekend day two, which we have a lot of hard hitting action on those days, in all the um, premium live events or pay per views that are leading up to Fight Club weekend. Um, so yeah, I would say just come join us, if you want to. And it's all on YouTube, so you can subscribe at any time, and it's absolutely free. So why not subscribe and just enjoy some wrestling, because we did put a lot of work and effort into it, and yeah, just come on out, just have a good time. So speaking of wit, wrestling wise here. Going back to pro wrestling here. I did see at Turning Point last night. JDC, formerly known as Fandango in the WWE. Um, at the end of Genesis in 2 months' time, he is going to be retiring from in-ring action, which is sad to see, because he's actually really, really good. He was part of the system with Moose, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, um, and Alicia Edwards, and it's just, I mean, and I understand, when you get married or a life changing thing happens, you gotta think about what you want to do going forward. Like, do you want to keep wrestling? Do you want to just push it off to the side until you come back and also like what can you do? And I actually kind of like how GDC went with it. He was saying, like in January at the end of Genesis, whatever win or lose, like I'm gonna be leaving and I'm gonna be retiring. Um, and it's just sad to see him go. But I think it's just a right call for him because he's got to put, his body, he's got to put himself first. He's got to put, his newly wedded wife who first, and whatever happens with them first, which I understand, which is, very self conscious move. But what is next for the system, we don't know. I know he said that he'll try to find somebody to take over his spot. Which, truth be told, I really don't know who could take over his spot. Um, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see when that happens. But I will say, I'm gonna say the best of luck to JDC, and his new wife, and wish them many, many years of marriage and all that stuff. Um, and I also wish the rest of the system good luck in trying to find a suitable replacement for JDC in the near future as well. Um, Kind of wrapping things up here with a little nice little bow here. Um, so within the next month, I am going to be going down to Orlando to watch my second year in a row, my second ever Nick Gage Invitational, the NGI, and this is number 10. I went to NGI last year with a good buddy of mine, Andy, and we had a good time, but it was kind of cut short due to like him having to work the next morning, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Um, so this time I'm going to just be going by myself this time, which I think it's a good call because like I could just be like, hey, like I'm gonna be hired the next day, which I mean I will probably, but I I don't know who is gonna win this year. I'm thinking a lot of people are going to say Bear Bronson, which that could be a good call. But I know as of right now, it's Bear Bronson, Drew Parker, Emerson Jane, or no, I think Otis, and then uh, I think it's Mr. Danger in the NGI. I think this year. I could be wrong, um, but I know that the NGI last year was like kind of stacked, and it was like a very good swan song for Miss Sawyer Wreck, who won the whole tournament, won the Ultra Violent Championship, and was her last wrestling event as a whole because she did retire. And it's sad. It was sad to see her go because she was like a freaking monster. Um, but I really don't know like what's gonna happen at that show. But it is at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. And I know I'm not getting paid by GCW or Brett Lauderdale to say this, but if you do happen to go, like, like go have a good time. GCW is always a very, very fun time, for the people, and just have some kick-ass wrestling, and stuff. It's a single elimination tournament, and then the finals and all that stuff. Um, now I just want Bear Brunson to win now. Because like he's had a hell of a year, ever since becoming a free agent, and just tearing shit up left and right and center. The two matches that he had with Matt Tremont showed that he legit belongs in GCW. And also shout out to his wife Gabby, for 2 years of, or no, a year of marriage, which congrats. Um, Hopefully maybe she'll be at that show. I don't know, but if I can get a picture with her and Bear, that'd be actually kind of awesome. That would make my whole weekend there. Uh, and I think that is kind of it. It's not going to be like a super long episode like I've done in the past. But I just kind of want to do like some. I wanted to do some bullet points, here and there. But yeah, that is the end of Shoot the Shit episode 36. Please make sure to follow us on all social media links in the description below, which will take you to our Linktree page, which will take you to our Instagram pages, Twitter pages, the podcast Reddit pages on there, my gaming YouTube channels on there. I'm at 1580 now. I'm at 20 subscribers away from 1600. It's like it's becoming surreal now. And I know tonight's song of the night is going to be Ice Nine Kills, and it is going to be the oh god, what is it? It's Ice Nine Kills, and it's going to be the Great Unknown. That's it, the Great Unknown. Um, and yeah, that is it. And I will see you guys this Thursday. Peace.